Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to the episode of Rack One Filter. How about the Canadian men's national team, guys? Canada wins 4-3 on penalties to send Venezuela packing and go on to their first ever Copa America semifinal against the defending champion, Argentina. Now, guys, look, there's nothing more to be said about this, but Canada deserved this result. They were the better team against Venezuela through 90 minutes, and it was an absolute travesty that honestly they even got to penalties. Canada had way more threatening opportunities than the Venezuelans did, but unfortunately, once again, Canada have trouble bearing their chances and had to go to penalties. But at the end of the day, the team that deserved to win won this game. Now, let's talk about the game and that absolutely atrocious refereeing display that happened in this game as well today. And ironically enough, the first big thing that happened regarding the referee was the first 5 minutes into this game. Here we go. First 5 minutes into this game, Schaffelberg gets the ball. He's just outside the box. Him and the Venezuelan player are fighting for position. The Venezuelan player knocks him down, and everyone's wondering, where's the call? If you guys look at the replay, the player is grabbing Schaffelberg's shirt and drags him down, and absolutely no call is made by the referee. None. So that play goes on. All right, for already 5 minutes into the game, we already have a questionable call by the referee. Not a good start, of course. Then the 11th minute comes. Jonathan David has the ball. He puts in a fantastic through ball to Kyle Larin. Unfortunately, the ball's a little bit ahead of Larin. The keeper's able to come out and knock it forward. David is right there to receive the rebound. He tries to kick it into the net, but the Venezuelan defender's there to block it out. Larin's there for the rebound. He tries to kick it into the goal, but another Venezuelan defender is there to block it out. But then luckily enough, Canada take a quick throw in. They throw the ball in. Jonathan David gets the ball. He gets inside the box. He's able to get the ball off to Jacob Schaffelberg, and Schaffelberg is able to pot it in to give Canada a 1-0 lead 15 minutes in. So after Schaffelberg scores his goal, he runs to Canada's bench. He grabs Tajon Buchanan's jersey. For you guys who do not know, Tajon Buchanan broke his leg in training this week. So Schaffelberg pays a beautiful little tribute to him, showing his jersey and showing Tajon that the team is there for him and playing for him. So Canada have a 1-0 lead the first 15 minutes, and they're off to a very good start. But then after, what happens is Venezuela start to pressure Canada a bit. So Venezuela start to pressure Canada. Bombito has the ball deep in their end. He tries to clear it out. Unfortunately, Soteldo, former TFC player, he gets the ball. He crosses it into Rondon. Rondon heads it wide, luckily enough, and that play is dead. But then not even a minute later, Venezuela get the ball on the right side. They put in a dangerous cross, but luckily enough, again, they head it wide. Then they put the ball on the left side. Another cross in. They head it into Rondon, but luckily enough, it's easy for Carpo to grab, and there's no threatening issue there at all for Canada. Then Canada decide to respond with their own threatening attacks, where Alistair Johnson gets the ball. He feeds it to Kyle Larin. Larin gives the ball to Richie Larea. Richie Larea puts it in on the one-timer to Jacob Schaffelberg. He fakes the shot, takes one more step forward. Schaffelberg takes a really good shot, but Venezuela's keeper is there to make a fantastic save to keep it 1-0 for Canada. But then after Canada continue their pressure on the Venezuelans, Venezuela have a lot of men up the field. Davies wins a tackle. He's able to put in a great through ball up to Schaffelberg. Schaffelberg's in alone with a Venezuelan defender right near him. Schaffelberg sees Jonathan David coming up the field all by himself. Schaffelberg puts in a great ball to Jonathan David. And unfortunately, Jonathan David takes one of the worst shots I have ever seen him take in my life. Unfortunately, Jonathan David shoots the ball wide and squanders one of Canada's best opportunities to make it a 2-0 lead for them. But that didn't discourage Canada because they continued to press Canada. Because in the 30th minute, Schaffelberg, again, who's having an incredible half, puts in a great cross. Venezuela headed out right to Richie Larea. Larea kicks it, and unfortunately, Kyle Larin is wide open and onside. Larin cannot get a foot on it, and it goes right past him. And another great opportunity squandered by Canada. It could have been easily 3-0 for the Canadians if they had potted those 2 chances. But then, guys, after that play there, about 5 minutes after, the referee again really got on my nerves. This idiot goes and gives Schaffelberg a yellow card for time wasting. The 4th official told Schaffelberg to go on the field, and this Bacala gives him a yellow card. Incredible by this referee. Total incompetence. Now Schaffelberg has to be careful the rest of the game because he's on a yellow card. Because that dummy gives him a card for no apparent reason at all. Absolutely ridiculous refereeing in the first half, guys. A couple questionable calls by that ref, and he wasn't calling anything for Canada. It was always against Canada. Venezuela were doing the same thing Canada was, but Canada wouldn't get any calls. It was a joke of a half by the referee. So the second half starts, guys. Second half, the first 10 minutes, nothing really goes on. But then Venezuela have a threatening opportunity in the 57th minute. Soteldo gets the ball on the right wing. He crosses it in. The Venezuelan defender tries to chip it over Crepeau, and Crepeau makes a great stretching reach and makes the save with his hand to tip it over the bar, and it still stays 1-0 for Canada. But then once again, guys, controversy ensues regarding the refereeing in this damn tournament. So Canada boot the ball upfield, okay? Kyle Aaron can't get to the ball because Venezuela's goalkeeper comes out to kick it out. So Kyle Aaron sees the keeper so far off his line, he takes advantage of the opportunity, trying to get a quick throw in. And what the hell does this keeper do? He gets in front of Kyle Aaron and slaps the ball out of his hands. And as a soccer fan, you're thinking, oh, that's easily a yellow card. What does the ref do? The referee blows his whistle to stop play and doesn't book the keeper and tells him to get back in net. And Jesse Marsch is on the sideline having an absolute fit. And I do not blame Jesse Marsch at all. Because again, this referee, for the 3rd time in this game, has been completely incompetent. Absolutely unacceptable for this type of tournament, in this type of game. Unacceptable. So, that happens, and on that exact play, Canada throw in the ball, Venezuela boot it up, okay? Then you got Rondon and Bombito running to fight for the ball. You could see Maxime Crepeau is far off his line. Rondon beats Bombito, knocks him off the ball. Rondon kicks the ball up, and you can see Crepeau running for his life to get back on the line. But unfortunately, he's not there in time. Rondon's able to get that ball into the net. Venezuela score, and it is a 1-1 game off a mistake by Canada's keeper Crepeau, who has been absolutely flawless this tournament, but commits a fatal error in this match against the Venezuelans. But I will say this, guys, it did not discourage Canada at all, because right after Venezuela scored, Canada had a great opportunity where Jonathan David had the ball. He puts in a through ball to Liam Miller, who came in as a substitute for Schaffelberg. Miller goes in all alone on the left flank. Unfortunately, he takes the shot, but the keeper makes a very good save on Liam Miller. And the game is still tied 1-1. Then for about 10 minutes, guys, the game slowed down a little bit. Then around the 76th minute, Canada had a half chance. Cornelius had the ball. He puts in a great ball into Oluwasi. Oluwasi takes the touch. Then he takes the strike. Unfortunately, he boots it up over the net, and nothing comes of that play there. But then late in the game, Jonathan David puts in a beautiful little chip over to Oluwasi. Oluwasi tries to chip it over the keeper, but unfortunately, it's just a little bit too high, the ball, and it goes over the net. And the game stays 1-1 up until the 90th minute, and the whistle is blown. Now, guys, for people who do not know, the rules are different in the Copa America than they are in the European Championships. In the Euro, you have two 15-minute halves, and then it goes to penalty shootout. But in Copa America, we have 90 minutes and then straight to penalties, guys. No extra time at all in the Copa America. So Canada and Venezuela go straight to penalties, and the first man up is Rondon. Rondon takes the strike, and he scores it. It's 1-0 Venezuela. Then Canada goes up. Jonathan David, Canada's best penalty kick taker, he goes up and takes a beautiful kick. Keeper picks the right side, but David takes a strong shot and is able to beat the keeper. Then Venezuela come up, and Venezuela make the first mistake, and the player shoots wide. Canada have advantage, but unfortunately, Liam Miller takes one of the worst penalty kicks I have ever seen, skies it over the net, and it is still 1-1 after 2 rounds of penalties each. Then after Venezuela goal, Rincon, former City A player, he goes and takes the strike, goes right through Crepeau's hands, unfortunately. And then after Venezuela scored to make it 2-1 for them, then Bombito comes up. He finishes his penalty shot beautifully with a lot of composure, and he scores a great penalty. Then after Venezuela come up, Maxime Crepeau redeems himself for that mistake in the game and makes a great save, and it goes off the post and out. Canada have advantage. Stefan Eustachio comes up, one of Canada's leaders, vice captain, but unfortunately, Venezuela's keeper makes the save, and it is still tied after 4 rounds each, Venezuela goes to take the kick. He scores it. Then Alphonso Davies must score to keep Canada alive. And if you guys remember, Alphonso Davies missed a penalty against Belgium in the 2022 World Cup. And this time here, Alphonso Davies redeems himself and he scores to keep Canada alive. Then Venezuela comes up, and once again, Maxime Crepeau redeems himself, makes another great save, and gives Canada an opportunity to go on to the semifinal with Ishmael Kone coming up to take the last kick. And Kone, ice cold, buries it. Canada go through to the semifinals, sending Venezuela home. And Canada is only the 3rd team ever to be a CONCACAF team to make it to the semifinal of a Copa America in their first ever tournament. Jesse Marsch has done an incredible job, and he has only managed 6 games for Canada, guys. He's managed 2 friendlies and these 4 matches for Canada. He's got a massive smile on his face after beating Venezuela. The players celebrate, and everybody is in euphoria, knowing that they have a chance to redeem themselves from that opening day defeat to Argentina when they lost 2-0. And guys, I will say this, Canada has a puncher's chance against Argentina. I don't think they have a great chance, but guys, surprises have happened in football. And I'm telling you now, man, they're going to be prepared beyond belief to face the defending Copa America and World Cup champions. Now, there are some things I have to say about this game. Once again, the referee, absolutely atrocious, brutal. Hope he doesn't ref another game in this tournament once again. Now, this game, like I said before at the beginning of the video, should have never went to penalties, guys. Canada should have easily won this game, 3-1 or 4-1, easily. Now, if they do not bury their opportunities against Argentina, they will lose. And we all know this. Jesse Marsch has to drill it in their heads. You guys gotta be more clinical against these big opponents. And they must. If they want to beat Argentina, if we get one opportunity, like the David one, for example, he's gotta bury it. Those chances do not come every day in those type of games, guys. But I will say this, though. Canada have been playing very well so far in this tournament. I expected them to beat teams like this, but I did not expect them to get to a semifinal. And they have made every Canadian proud, and they are playing some incredible, incredible football right now. Now, speaking of Canada and us being proud, I know somebody in the States. She's not too happy today. Miss Carly Lloyd, former captain of the U.S. women's soccer team. I got one thing for you, Miss Carly Lloyd. Do not talk about Canada, Carly Lloyd. You saying that nobody wants us out of the group? You got some nerve, miss. You got some nerve to talk about Canada like that. Well, you know what? I think the men heard you, and that just pumped them up even more. And I hope that they put that again on the bulletin board for the game against Argentina. You should keep your mouth quiet, Miss Carly Lloyd, because then stuff like this happens. So I think you should think about before you say something next time. Keep that in mind for your next time you're on TV, Miss Carly Lloyd. Strategiet. Thank you very much. But guys, I will say this though, man. Freaking Canada, like I said, they have made us all proud. They played great against Venezuela. They've been very good all tournament. Okay, other than the Argentina game, guys, they haven't conceded a goal other than this game against Venezuela. They have been very good. Very solid defensively. They're playing as a good unit, as a team. Okay, especially that Buchanan now busted his leg. They are even more united now, guys. And that is a scary opponent to face. And Argentina had trouble against a team like Ecuador, okay? So listen, we don't know what could happen, guys. But I'm excited to see what happens Tuesday night against the Argentinians, guys. But guys, that'll be it for this video. I appreciate you guys for watching this video as always. Click like if you like this video. Subscribe if you guys want to see more content, guys. Go Canada, go. We'll see you guys on Tuesday night against Argentina, guys. And remember, guys, if you do watch sports, you are more. Ciao, guys.